Hello, everybody. Welcome back from the holidays. Sorry for the decrease in content. Sean and I thought we were going to be able to do some recording together while I was on vacation visiting my family in California, but things just didn't work out that way. I was super busy. But we're back. I'm back with the one-man review. Sean and I will be getting together sometime next week to start doing videos together. Sean's working on his tech series, which I know is what most of you came over to the channel for. We apologize for the delay in that. He's been like organizing it instead of just randomly putting them out. He's doing some writing and making some PDFs that will accompany it and trying to make it a more structured thing than it would have been if he just jumped right into it. So we're not going anywhere. We just needed to take a quick break. I had a crazy end of the semester, and I'm going to be having an even crazier beginning and semester coming up. But we're going to keep going strong. So we appreciate all of the support. Coming back with a review of a book that just came out, by Andy Barron. I accidentally ordered 2 copies, so we're going to have to come up with some way that I can give away the second copy. I missed it on the Kickstarter, and so ordered a copy from Huber Press. This says it's printed by the Mansion Press, but I got it from, Huber Editions, Huber. I think it was just released in France. I had to have it shipped from France, but I thought the book was already printed, and so I hadn't got it yet, and I couldn't find my email about the order or the shipping, so I ordered another one thinking I forgot it. I forgot to order it, I couldn't find evidence that I had ordered it. Apparently I had, so I got a second copy, but whatever. Totally worth having. And we'll figure out a way to give away a free copy to somebody. So this is a really beautiful book. I will be keeping the dust jacket on this one because there's this awesome like poster print on the inside. I really like the relationship between the together character and the crumbling character, and just the color relationship between the inside and the outside. I don't ever like dust covers. I think they're unwieldy to have to do something with them while you're reading, but in this case it's really well done, and I really like it. The book's beautiful. It's all silent art. It's very much this is something that a one of our subs, it was a while back, so forgive me that I don't remember who suggested it, but one of our subs recommended to me that I check this book out, and they accurately described it as Jim Woodring meets Fawn Baudet. I think that's like really the best thing, or maybe a little bit of Michael DeForge in there, but it's really like a Jim Woodring Frank book is where I see the big influence, except it's more focused on color instead of mark making. But absolutely gorgeous art. There are all these silent, like metaphorical little stories, very archetypal type imagery. In the beginning, I don't think there is much of a connection across stories, but as it goes, it seems like the Andy Barron has started to develop a mythos within the world of I don't know if this is going to continue going, if there's going to be more of these stories, or if Andy Barron's going to switch off to something else, but I hope so. This looks like a Frank type of thing where the artist will be able to continue revisiting the world for the rest of their career. So this is just an example of some of the art. It's pretty good reproduction. It looks maybe digitally printed, so if I look too close I can see the pixelation of the colors, but all of the line work is really crisp and the colors are really well produced and beautiful. There are some stories that are more like two-tone, or there's even a black and white one in the end. But really love the color. The saturation of the color is really great throughout. The paper absorbs the colors and tames them down just a little bit. I wonder if this had been printed the way that Passenger Press printed the Kazaa book, if it would have been even cooler. But yeah, this looks really good as is. There's not much to review in terms of the story. They're all these, like I said, short kind of archetypal stories, but there's power in all of that. And as they start going, like here you have a character and I don't want it, because this is a new book, I don't want to give away too much, but here a character looks like they're going to get beheaded on a rock, and that same rock shows up later in many instances in the book, and characters interact with it in different ways, so it becomes meaningful. Like here you have a character go back and break the axe on the rock. So you can start to piece together a larger narrative throughout this. When there's changes down to just 2 colors, I wonder if that was because these were being printed in anthologies, and so the artist limited themselves to the colors for the anthology sake, but they always seem to have a narrative purpose too, so it may be intentional. Like this one that's largely black and white, and what I found to be the most touching story in the book ends with some color coming into it. And in that case, you can see that it seems to have some narrative purpose. I don't know if they got to a certain point in an anthology and then picked up and finished the story, or just that this is how it was intended all along. I think on this one, it was how it was intended all along. I am a bit curious about if some of these other ones that go to just 2 colors like this, if this was done for a certain purpose and they just kept it. But again, the artist is very aware that, okay, well, if I'm going to switch what I'm normally doing, I'm going to find a reason for that. It's not just going to be arbitrary. Looking forward to, I'm assuming, collecting these things. And then I don't want to flip past this point in the book, because I found what Andy Barron does at the end of the book really touching. It is almost musical. It comes to an end like a song would, with exact right note, and the color helps with that. So the switch from black and white to color really helps there. Looking around online, as far as I can tell, this is the first major collection of Andy Barron's work. It looks like Ohm has been something that Andy Barron has done. Webcomics, little zines, probably, like I said, speculating, has been in some anthologies. I don't see any other like major collected works or finished works yet. So my opinion of this book is that it's a wonderful book. It's a fantastic book. I'm so glad I got it. I'm so glad that whoever recommended it. And I think it's the first entry in what will hopefully be a long series of books by Andy Barron, whether they be more from the world of Ohm, which I would love to see, or whether Andy Barron goes and does something totally different. I don't know. Usually I'm always excited to go see what else an artist has to say, but something about this book has that same vibe that the Frank books do from Woodring, where I suspect that this artist is going to just dive deeper and deeper and deeper into this personal mythology that they've built. And this is one of the rare cases where, like, I'm on board for that. I think I could very happily just buy Ohm books until the end of Andy Barron's career and be satisfied with that. But whatever Andy Barron does next, I'm on board. I'll be there supporting it, and I'll be happy to talk about it. So I'll put the link down in the information at the bottom. If you haven't got a copy yet, you didn't miss out by missing out on the Kickstarter. You can go order it from Huber Editions and the Mansion Press. It's just going to take a bit to get here, because they're, as far as I can tell, they're shipping it to France. But it's totally worth whatever extra shipping fees you have to pay. It's a phenomenal book that everyone should have on their shelf. Thanks for following along, guys. Take it away, Jack.
You want to see all these books? Smash that subscribe